What it do, fellas? So today's video is all about she can't stop thinking about you, and y'all love when I do these videos because I think some of y'all don't be knowing you got game. You actually do what you gotta be doing, and these girls like y'all, but you don't want to believe that. But in other words, a lot of times it's hard for y'all to think or even believe that a girl is thinking about you when she doesn't give you no signs. So today I'm gonna tell you what y'all could be doing when you hang out with her to get her to be thinking about you, and what really goes on when she is, yes, of course, thinking about you and can't get you off of her mind. Now, fellas, y'all know I'm going to tell you, give this video a huge thumbs up. Thank you for everybody that does. And y'all know consultations are available, and we got the Christmas sale going on. Go ahead, check out the link. It's down below. And remember, consultations can be about anything. We could talk about how you could get her to keep thinking about you and any other thing that y'all want to talk about. Check out the link. It is down below. Now, into this first topic of being mysterious. It's going to be the main topic, really, but I have something else I'm going to add in a second for y'all. So just first off, get the point that if you're going to be a guy that's going to tell it all, that, oh, wow, when I meet a girl, well, you know, I could give her more, tell her more when she's not even showing interest, right? That's a whole nother story. But a lot of times y'all are just thinking that I have to play it back to playing it safe, but back to if I do more, I should be on the safe side. So when you are thinking of a mysterious guy, fellas, how do you think you're being mysterious when you're sitting here and ready to see her, ready to deal with her attitude? That's just one thing that won't be important in this video, but that's something else that y'all are over there on these dates putting up with. So all the time, y'all could decide to pull away, right? When I say give space and all these things. So when you're meeting a girl, whether it's for the first time, you could be hanging out with her, third, second time. Why is it that y'all are doing these follow-ups? Why is it that y'all, now when I say back to my other videos of giving space, why are y'all still there? In the same room, in her life, texting her? Why are you doing any of all these things? And fellas, if you want to be doing other things to her, yes, I'm talking about how to get inside and what women love when you do get inside. It's all on Patreon, only on Patreon. And fellas, we talk about it like we get real raw, and I just can't tell y'all on here. Check out the link. It is down below. But back into, oh yes, you could give space, and then you could also be mysterious by not saying a lot. So the first things first is going ahead and making sure that you don't make plans. This is the next thing that falls right back into being mysterious. So when you're hanging out with a girl, right, and you want her to kind of want to know more about you, kind of want to be like, well, what are you about? How is it once again going to happen when you don't give nothing for her to go search after? You don't pull away the right way. So when you go ahead and make sure that you don't make plans, right, a lot of times y'all expected to initiate the first time, make the first move. This is where I say don't go over and above or do more than that you should, right? Because that's all that you need to do. So her knowing that she likes you, that's already enough, right? If anything, that's validation. The next thing is that why do you have to be, and this is how she could start looking at it. I'm sorry to say it like this, but why do you have to be the simp or the guy that is willing to? Now, this comes later on when you already did the initiation and you could just wait until she tells you, I want to see you. So what I'm expecting is that maybe you guys are texting here and there, maybe she seems cool, but I'm expecting she's still giving you some sort of interest. This is not you have to double text too, fellas, right? I hope you're not chasing, thinking that, oh, well, if I'm texting her again, there's still a possibility she's thinking about you. No, most times if you're over here texting her, calling her, making the plans, which we're talking about that topic right now, you're probably the one that's forcing it. Or let's say you're the one that's trying to pursue her while she is showing you she's probably pulling back or giving you no effort. But back to how, oh yes, you could go ahead and make sure she hits you up for when she wants to see you. It's going ahead and making her feel like, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know how he's feeling. So it starts off with you and your feelings and then your personal life. So what do you do in your personal life? Do you talk to other girls? Oh, if this is your girl, like maybe you guys are actually together. Oh, do you just hang out with your boys? Are you just hanging out with guys? What are you doing in your free time? You see, these questions all come up later on when fellas go ahead and bring that mysteriousness in. You see what I'm saying? You see how now she has to go ahead and wonder. She has to now ask, but what she likes is that she doesn't get told by you. So really the mysteriousness also builds into a back of her now not knowing how you feel. Back to your emotions. Well, how could she know that you want to see her again when you don't follow up? Now, fellas, I know it's sometimes like, okay, well, I'm texting her. I gotta be like, calling her. Or, well, should I not show that I don't like her? That's not my point. My point is that y'all sometimes get, a lot of times actually, the signs that you shouldn't go ahead and hit her up. You shouldn't, try to do anything. So these times you have a woman stop liking you the same way that she liked you before. It's not happening. But when you go ahead and put the mysteriousness and you're feeling her vibe, you can text her, treat her as a friend. If she's over here trying to friend zone you, you beat her to it. Because now what you're doing is having this girl now feel like, well, he might not really like me. Or because he doesn't follow up or didn't want to see me, didn't just decided to text me, maybe he's just texting other girls and entertaining other girls. Or in other words, better yet, is that he knows his worth. So because let's say she might not be showing you interest, you're pulling away. But you're still, what you're doing with this whole mysteriousness and doing it in this way, you're still giving her nothing. In other words, you're still having her feel like, I want to know. I want to know more about you. And actually, what the truth of it is that a lot of fellas don't get that. She actually, when she doesn't know nothing, she actually will go out of her way to find it. But she'll start off by thinking about you. You see how it starts like that? And fellas, if you need your audio affirmations going and you don't have it started, that link is still available. It is down below. You play it while you're sleeping, and it is there to boost your confidence. It works. You'll see the transformation of how you'll be such a confident man before you even know it. It's all about being masculine, starting in here. And yes, you need it part of your routine. So check out that link. It is down below. But let's go back into, with your emotions, you take it away. And now she's feeling like, well, you should be following up with me. So when I talk about the bad guy or the guy that doesn't chase, right? Or the guy that doesn't show so much interest, right? So when I talk about those guys with these females, when those guys act these ways and y'all are scratching your head like, why are these girls still going after them? Or why is she still obsessed? This guy is having that mysteriousness built in. This guy is having a life. This guy is not pausing his life when, he's still showing that he likes her. This is another thing that y'all do. You shouldn't be doing. Let me throw this in here. Stopping your life when you now have her and you're serious about her. Sometimes your emotions, right, if let's say, and this is just a little off topic, but just understand it like this, your emotions get the best of you. So instead, when now back on to getting her to think about you, it can't happen because your actions are showing, yeah, I like you. Yeah, you're doing more than that. You need to, like I said in the beginning. So for you to hit her up, there's no need to. Like, if she's giving you, oh, yeah, I'm feeling you, flirtatious vibes, oh, I'm about you, I want to see you, then by all means, that is actually her initiating that she wants to see you, right? So it's sometimes not going to be clear. Like, a female will be like, hey, I want to see you, hit me up. No, sometimes some females will also just be like, last time was good seeing you. That could be also her telling you, I've been thinking about you, I miss you, and things like that. So those are just sometimes the signs that females will give you to get y'all to go ahead and hit her up. And those are what you have to get. And if you're not getting that, it's not your turn. It's not your time at all to be like, let me tell her I want to see you. Because other times, that means that she's probably not thinking about you. And then for you to, of course, want to see her, hit her up to see her, it's most likely she's not feeling you. So already she's not thinking about you, but you're wasting your time when you are now seeing, maybe through text, maybe through FaceTime, maybe you hung out with her more than once. And that second time, though, you seen that her body language, we can say that. We can say how she's acting, how she treats you. It's showing that she's not interested. So really take it like this. A lot of times females from the jump are feeling you. They're actually, liking things about how you move. This is how you like to do things. This and that about him I like. So all that, with her feeling this way about you, it's enough for her to start having you on her mind. Not that she wants to really keep you there sometimes, right? But you stay on her mind, and really how y'all got to view it, this is how we'll finish this video, how y'all got to view it is that, how could I stay on her mind? You don't stay on her mind the more you're doing, the more you're giving, the more, well, I'm texting, when can I see you, or are you here? Let her tell you, like, hey, I have the weekend off. Let her tell you something like that, fellas. All right? So I would definitely keep going, but y'all know part 2s will be on the way, and I'll definitely keep elaborating on everything I said. For sure, y'all could have that female thinking about you in so many different ways. Don't think otherwise, fellas. I'll bring that part 2. Don't forget, check out all the links. Christmas sales going on for consultations, and don't forget about Patreon. Whole lot of videos y'all will never, ever see on here. Y'all see me in my next video. Bye, y'all.